All right, not exactly a chip of the day, but a thing of the day. We have this lovely filter, definitely a military grade filter. This was made by the Bird Electronics Corporation, Cleveland, Ohio, or Cleve-O, US, not USA, US, back in the day. Yeah, I'm not sure what this is out of, if it's out of some type of weapon system or avionics or something. It is a, it's got some handwriting stuff on it here, 400 megahertz low pass. I did not put that on there. It's got some mounting holes. It's got a hole here on this bracket, and it's got two inset threads here for mounting to a flat surface. There's an input, output, output, input. It doesn't matter which way you go in these things. So it says part number RM59115-501-3554-E212, part number 615027, contract number 383-85608A. Contract number probably would tell me who this was built for. Low pass filter mod number 520. Yeah, all kinds of interesting things. So it's obviously a transmission stub line filter. So I believe these are just going to be hollow tubes. And there's a cavity here, and the radio waves wiggle around in there, and they see these, it's like a pipe organ, they see these resonances, and all those resonances add up, and they're at different locations in the wave as it goes through. So this is the phase information and amplitude information. So the phase and the amplitude all kind of mashed together, and you get like a Fourier transform thing, and then you get a bandpass. So yeah, N connectors, silver plated. Yeah, pretty wild stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tubes. 7 tubes. Now, is it a 7-pole filter? I think you'll find out it is not a 7-pole filter. It's much, much better than a 7-pole filter. If you take a look at stub filters built in strip line PC board, and you put in 7 stubs, and then there's things in between that modify the inductance and phase in between, you end up with a 13-pole filter. Please comment below what order filter you think this is, or if order is the correct term. It's not a filter I've seen before, and the characteristics are pretty wild. Let's go put it on the VNA, and you'll be amazed at what this thing can do. All right, I have it hooked up to the VNA. I've done a full calibration before this, so don't worry about that. So take a look at this. Take a look at this filter. That is a sharp filter. That is a really, really sharp filter. It's right there at about 480 megahertz. And it's got this big ring on it like an LC filter, almost like a crystal. Yeah, pretty wild. So we're here at 0 dBm, and it falls down to about minus 55, and then it goes away after that. So it does have these 2 little whoopie-doos, but if we take a look at the pass band, the pass band is certainly good to 400, and after 500 it's dead. So yeah, it's definitely a 400 megahertz filter as marked on it in pencil. I haven't seen the specification for this filter, I haven't been able to find it. But it's definitely a 400 megahertz low pass with a really, really, really tight sweep here. Let's see here. Let's sweep between 380 and 520. So you can see the little whoop-de-doo there. Let me go out a little bit, 380, 500. Let's go out to 570. There we go. So yeah, that's a pretty wild. Let's see, marker. It's going from about 472 to 488. Yeah, that's really that's really steep, and it's got this characteristic LC shape to it. So that's kind of fun. Let's measure the bandpass ripple. Let's see here. Transmission will do, frequency will do 1 megahertz to 400 megahertz. And we will do scale, reference level 0, reference position, let's do 5, right in the middle. Scale per division, let's do 0.2. Yeah, there we go. So it's wiggling up and down about 0.1. Wow. Scale per division, 0.1. Yeah, look at that. That's a flat filter. That is a flat filter. Plus or minus 0.1 dBm, or dB, 0.1 dB. And yeah, not much of insertion loss either, so very nice, very nice filter. Let's take a look at the impedance of the filter. We'll go back to frequency 1 megahertz to 700 megahertz. Scale 10 and reference position 9. There we go. All right, but let's take a look at the Smith chart. And let's see here, measurement 1, reflection. Yeah, so it's right there at 50 ohms for a while. Our marker is set up at 400 megahertz, so all that tight little curl there is the match up to 400. We could do log mag, and you can see it's mostly about minus 20. So where's our marker? So from 393 megahertz down, it's below minus 20 return loss. And if you like that in Vizsla, we're down here around 1.2. Okay, so 1.2 is the 50 ohm match. So it's doing very well. Absolutely very well. All right, well, there you go. The thing of the day is a low-pass filter from Bird. Bird is famous for their watt meters. A lot of people in ham radio land use Bird watt meters. But yeah, they also built other things.